na ọ bụ 10,000 naira ka e nyere fa for transport. Update maka nwa akwụkwọ bụ nke agbara ụtọ, nwa nke e nyere afọ ya dịka Jennifer nke agbara ụtọ n'Ụba, Anambra steeti, bụ ndị asị na ha bịara iji otu afọ wee fee ala nna ha bịa nke bụ eziokwu apụtaghị ihe na arụ na-emekwa na nke ikpeazụ ndị a na-akwa agwa anyị eziokwu. Bịakenene ka ị were ntị gị na-abụ wee nụ, maka na ihe ị ga-anụ ya ga na-asụ gị wuruwuru, maka na ndị BBC Igbo jere wee gbaa afa ajụjụ ọnụ. Mana ana m ajụzi wee sị, kedu ife mere na ndị anụnwa ejebere wee je mitie nwata nwaanyị a wee gbaa ya ajụjụ ọnụ, maka na fasi na a na-eche ka nwata nwaanyị abịa ebe anyị makwa na one of our brother bụ MC echefuru m afọ that guy ejego wee gbaa nwata nwaanyị a ajụjụ ọnụ nke onye ọbụla fụrụ. Ugbu a ndị BBC Igbo ejekwana waya o ji wee dị otu a, mana ka arapụka n'ebe a bịa ka iji ntị gị na-abụ wee gere. Achọrọ m ịga n'iru wee kwubi ya ka a ghara isi na ọmụ nwekwuru arụ eme na nke ikpeazụ. Let's watch the video. Be right back.
That 23rd of July 2025, I was at my couple's lodge with my co-couples, as you can see. So we started hearing knock on the door, which we thought it was our neighbor's door because it was a 3-story building. It was not until the knock became persistent and were more aggressive that was when I decided to come out and check who was at the door. But even before I got to the door was kicked in, and on the other side of the door was a masked man, no uniform, no form of identity. He was covering his face and he was with a gun. At first I was afraid because I thought it was an armed robber. It was not until he started ordering us to come out from the room that everybody in the room should come outside. That was when I was like, all of us in this room are coppers. Even if you are on a raid or whatever, all of us in the room are coppers. My colleagues heard my voice outside and they all came out and they even came with their ID cards and everything. Even these people barged into the house, ignoring the ID card that we were showing them and all that. They barged in. Even when we were showing them our uniforms, our ID cards, everything, they ignored everything totally. Collected our devices, our phones, our laptop that we were charging, they collected everything and forced us downstairs that we must follow them to their office. Even when we kept insisting that even if they want to take us anywhere, that they should call our LGI or our school proprietor so that they will know that we are being taken somewhere, because we don't know them. They didn't tell us anything that this is what they came to look for in the lodge or anything. It was when we got downstairs I started insisting that I will not follow them anywhere unless they call my LGI. Even if they want to take me anywhere, even if they want to take us anywhere, they have to call my LGI. He has to be aware, because this is not my state. I don't know anybody here. I don't know you. I don't know where you are taking me to. You didn't show me any form of identification. That was when they started beating me, hitting me from different angles. Number of persons, I cannot even count how many of them were hitting me, even with injuries and all that. They were dragging me, tore my clothes off my body, calling me all sorts of names. I cannot even, it's not even proper to mention. Calling me all sorts of names, both in their dialects, in English and all that. They beat me even when I was, even with injuries and even when I was even bleeding and all that. I was even pleading with them that, okay, even if you want to take me anywhere, I'm already naked, I'm already exposed. Can I change what I'm wearing? They refused, they forced me into their vehicle, were doing all sorts of nonsense that they were not even doing all sorts of nonsense to me, hitting me, threatening me that if I even make as much as a comment, that they are going to kill me and throw my dead body in the bush, that nobody's going to say anything about it. Nothing is going to be done about it. They died that they forced us into their vehicle and took us to their secretariat, their office, whatever, and sat us on the wet floor, even because it rained that day. They sat us on the floor like that, even with my tongue closed and everything. My co-op, one of them had to pull his cloth and give to me to wear just to cover my body. That 6:30 p.m. I messaged my LGI and told him that, sir, see what happened, see what we went through. There was no response. Not until I sent him the video. He didn't even bother to show any. It was because he saw a video, that was why he decided to come in the night. And the comment that came out of his mouth was that we should assume that what has happened, that some of us are going to get married to men that beat women. That was what he said to us, that some of us are going to get married to men that beat women, so we should take it as a blessing.
Fast tracked the next day when we went to the local governments. Perhaps they wanted to settle it and all of those stuff. They were calling us in separately. They don't want us to come together. So I don't know why they did that, because we were supposed to live together, but they were separating us. So they separated us, talking to, and then at the end of everything, they gave us some kind of tip, telling us that it was for transportation fare. Not to talk to anyone about this, they gave us 10,000 naira. They gave us 10,000 naira, and I saw a line that they said they compensated us. They did not. They said, and I quote, that it was for transportation fee, not to compensate or whatever they said. Then after that incident, we were outside, still talking about. That was when the AGI came and was like, just because he doesn't want the issue to escalate, So he collected my phone, and by himself, he deleted it. By himself, he deleted the video from my phone.
The LGI, when he called me, you can witness that testify. I was crying and weeping on call. I told him that we want justice. That we want justice. He should treat the case. He said he will follow up the case. Then the next day, when he called me that the case is finished, I said, just like that, I said it cannot happen.
Mr. Ken has insinuated that the coppers were compensated. It is quite unfortunate. It is quite sad. How they tag much money, 10,000 naira they share to them to say, take for transport, ensure you don't discuss this with anybody, let the matter go, forget about it. This is a good sense. NYSC coordinator called saying that why are you going on with the matter and all of that. So it's very sad. So there was no form of compensation, and I like the fact that he understands that indeed they were supposed to compensate. And as legal representative, we're not just going to ensure that these persons are prosecuted to the full extent of the law, but the compensations due, proper substantial compensations due. What happened to these coppers, these young children, is unbearable. What happened to them was unbearable, was unquantifiable. But as legal representatives, we try to round it up in figures, and that figure they will pay the Anambra State government, the security outfits, and all those who enabled this endless crime and has covered it up for this law.
O nwere ife ịghọtara kịta ugbu a ikirisiri vidio akwa o nwere ife ịghọta maka na ugbu a ka nke bụ eziokwu pụtara maka na ọ bụrụ na iche eke since ife anụ nwa mesịrị one of our brother bụ onye nke nọkwa n'iru akwụkwọ a na-akpọ MC Gịnị ejego wee gbaa nwata nwaanyị abụ nke enyere afịa dịka Jennifer ajụjụ ọnụ. Ugbu a ndị BBC Igbo ejekwana eje gbaa anya ajụjụ ọnụ kedu ife meziri kedu ife ji ndị a akpọbene Gịnị nwata nwaanyị a ka agba anya ajụjụ ọnụ mana fakwara anyị anyị na ọ bụrụ na afa na-eche ka nwata nwaanyị anụnwa bịa ebuni na ị na-anya nkịta ị ga-afụ na o nwere ihe dị n'okwu a and iwe ọchịkwa na ife ndị ọzọ kwuru fasi na ife enyere fa bụ 10,000 naira na enwere ife dịka compensation mana mgbe anyị watchburu video before enwere ndị si na take go care of them ife gbasara ụlọ ọgwụ and other things anyị na-eche na esetụlụgo ya bụ okwu mana ị na-anya ifu na okwu anụnwa dị ndị ọchịchị Chineke mere mmadụ ebere ka anyị ghara ikwu ife dị m n'obi maka na nkwu ife dị m n'obi ọ ga-adịkwa beghị uke ama m na efugo ka ya bụ ife si wee dị na arụ na-eme na nke ikpeazụ tụsara anyị vidio biko ka ndị ọzọ nwee ike nweta the updates biko nyere anyị ka tụsara the video and follow anyị na ọwara igwe anụnwa bụ nke anyị ji atụsa ozi ya ka ife anyị na-eme nwee ike na-aga n'ihu onye ọbụla bụ onye nke afọ tata ka afọ ya echi ndị Igbo be anyị ka emesịa nụ.